The Royal Borough of Kingston is the second smallest of the London boroughs. We've got about 160,000 residents, 2,400 employees if you don't count schools. We offer between 600 and 800 services. What we offer through CRM is correspondence, council tax, CCTV out of hours, call logging, smart cards and a whole range of environmental services.
Our big target is how many customers we can answer within that first telephone call. So by having a CRM that allows us to effectively script answers for advisors, and that allows my staff to be better trained across a broader range of subjects.
Beforehand we were very much a middleman switchboard service. Now we've become an information line service. It prevents second calls, transferring calls, customers having to wait longer.
We've recently undergone a borough-wide waste rollout for new recyclable containers, and we took 85,000 calls, of which 80 to 81% were dealt with within that first 3-minute telephone conversation.
If you wanted your old fridge picked up, it was a 6-week lead time because you used to ring about your special collection. They used to send you an invoice which you had to pay before you would book your appointment. Now it's instant, and the real benefit is that somebody knows when it's going to be, they know how much it's going to be, and they've got a reference number they can refer to.
One of the biggest problems people have had has been the waiting times. People don't want to be hanging around for 5 or 10 minutes. I mean, we've managed now to get that down to at least under a minute. The abandon rate, people that actually just dial off, has been reduced to less than 5% now. It was certainly over 20% at one point, so we've seen significant improvement there as well.
We submit on a quarterly basis statistical data to the performance management framework, and one of those measures is the cost per minute, and certainly for the last quarter our average cost came out at about 47p, which actually puts us in the top 25% of comparable boroughs, so that's a very clear indication that we're value for money.
The scripts enable us to employ perhaps a person with less skills to actually answer calls that previously a more experienced officer was having to deal with. So there is a cost implication. You can employ somebody at a lower level to actually do a similar job to somebody that you're paying more money to.
A street light, for example, costs £65 every time somebody goes out to fix it. So if you can see if that's been reported before, you don't send another crew out, so you effectively saved yourself £65. Our information line team have been taking calls for council tax. The beauty of CRM is that they don't really need very much training, and they don't have to be council tax experts.
When we originally took over the support line, they had a workload backlog of 10 working days. They were able to catch up with that work and then ensure that any post they were getting, they were dealing with that day.
The first year I was involved was 2304, and we took 360k. Last year we took 4.6 million through online payments. The beauty of that is that the customer will have the same experience whether they do it online themselves, whether they telephone into the contact centre, or whether they come to our reception desk.
CRM has allowed us to take quite a heavy timetable of services on board into the contact centre. Currently they can handle waste and street cleaning services, road safety, travel awareness, traffic and transportation, and we've got quite an aggressive timetable to bring in parking, planning and also building control inquiries.
They can actually use their card in school for their own school library, for follow me printing and for access control, but then they can take the same card down to the local library and use that to get their books out or to use the internet. It crosses the boundaries and it's giving access to education in a different kind of way. We've enabled the business to operate more efficiently. We've empowered the agents to be able to do several different things and believe in themselves.
Undoubtedly the CRM is a great tool for us to be able to use. Without it, we'd really be struggling.